Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into your daily read for Friday, April 21st, 2023. Of course, I want to thank you so much for joining me, and do keep in mind, as always, it is general. But interestingly enough, I decided to pre-poll and begin with a crystal for us. And today we got this beautiful satellite, okay? And at the bottom, it talks about deepening your intuition, okay, getting in touch with it, strengthening it, feeling things out and trusting your gut through it all. But it did mention Virgos needing this the most, but I feel like being drawn to this reading, you needed to hear about this crystal for this day for one, if not multiple reasons. But I do feel as if there's thoughts of wrapping up a project or certain tasks, wanting to get things finished, thinking about even observing, keeping an eye on past projects or one in particular, or accomplishments. I feel like a lot are seeing how something's going, something's doing, how it's benefiting you and potentially other people. But I do feel like there's a need to reground oneself throughout this day, and this stone could help you, and in the midst of which help strengthen and get in touch with your intuition. I also feel like there's a choice, a decision, if not multiple, that is being highlighted for the near future. So it's a day where you're sort of either sorting through certain options or figuring out what you desire. Once again, it could be a continuation from Thursday, but I do feel like it's a day where you're going to be using your intuition left and right either way, and more so in different ways moving forward. Let's do some shuffling and as well pull a Moonology card. What else do we have for Friday? I'm hearing somebody's a bit nervous, whether that's you and or somebody else. Surrender to the divine. Okay, so they want you to surrender to trusting your intuition, but also surrendering to the divine, the spiritual realm. Whoever is joining you as far as spirits go, randomly to assist you. Okay, or this could be more in regards to your guides. At the bottom of the deck, we also have work through your fears. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the type of day where one, if not multiple fears of yours are being highlighted and potentially floating to the surface. And so Spirit's saying this is an appropriate day to be working through whatever that is for you out of preparation for an intuitive choice, if not multiple, on the horizon. A change, if you will. Bear with me. The number 99 coming into play, but what else do we have from the Mystic Mondays? We have the Princess of Wands. Okay, positive news to be prepared for. I do feel like your intuition is going to highlight, inform, or remind you of something positive, okay? I do feel as if there's something to look forward to, and Spirit's saying, okay, multiple things to look forward to, changes, if you will. And I'm also hearing advice. I feel like there's passionate advice coming through, whether it's from Spirit, it could be more in regards to a friend, a family member, somebody you work with, or somebody of importance giving you advice. I feel as if when things feel a little bit out of balance, out of whack, there's a need to, if you look at this imagery, put the other leg down, reground oneself, feel more balanced, and take a deep breath, because this day does entail certain levels of nervous, uneasy energy, but there's a focus on your confidence with the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. A focus on your good looks, okay, your scent. So I wouldn't be surprised if you're smelling good throughout this day, people admiring your individual energy, but I feel like there's a need to stay in touch with, keep both your masculine and feminine side within your situation quite grounded. I do feel like there's somebody you're thinking about, or at least at one, if not multiple points, focusing on who you simply don't like and or trust. But I feel like this is also tying into, one, the past, but your intuition all the meanwhile. But I feel like Spirit's saying, say you're going to step into a new group of friends or a new living situation or a new work situation moving forward, there's a need to trust your intuition in regards to who to steer clear of, or how accurate that is for you moving forward, but also to who to associate oneself with beneficially. Okay, what else do we have? I'm also being drawn to the fact that we don't have any eyes on his face. There's no nose either, but I do feel as if there's a focus on what you don't see, whether it's right in front of you, whether it's more so down the line. along your path, right? Your path wanting that to be or needing that to be more so illuminated. So therefore there's certain hits coming throughout this day, intuitive hits, spiritual informing once again. But it feels as if Spirit's saying, you're not going to see everything crystal clear by the end of this specific Friday. But moving forward, that illumination will start to snowball and come to be for you, okay? Very interesting, because they're showing this as kind of the light at the end of the tunnel. There's a bit of hope to be acquired throughout this day. Feeling very connected in certain ways to Thursday's reading, but not fully. But I do feel like there's thoughts of a new investment, a new job for some. There's potential effort being put forth towards whatever that is for you. Could be a new opportunity otherwise. But I do feel like there's a golden way about how you, hold something, protect something, water something, produce, develop. There's a focus on your money and your career. I wouldn't be surprised if you're watching one, if not multiple readings or pulling cards in regards to your money and career. But there is a focus on your strength as well. And when you're feeling, again, a bit nervous, a bit on edge, a bit shaky, out of balance, out of whack once again, there's a need to regain your strength and remember how much you've been through, all right? There's a focus on your stripes, your good looks once again, all that you've been through and how that's the good and the bad, right? The ups and downs, and how it's giving you different layers to you, different beautiful aspects of who you are and how you present yourself and how you cope and deal with and accomplish at this time and moving forward. Very interesting. They want to pull a small everyday. Bear with me. What else do we have? At a certain point throughout the day, you might find that you are feeling a bit stiff. I feel like that's due to energy and or spirituality. It could be, how the energy is in a situation, potentially due to one, if not multiple other people. Just take a deep breath. I feel like meditation will help. Put in some quality music if you can. Put on some tunes is what I'm hearing. And just get out of your head if need be, or just better your energy, cleanse your energy. Put on some essential oils if you can. But the Queen of Wands and the Six of Wands, Spirit's saying this is a very passionate day where there's levels of victory to be highlighted. But I feel as if at a certain point, if not multiple points throughout the day, it's kind of hard to trust your intuition in regards to how much more victory there is lying ahead. All right, didn't expect that one. But look at that, the High Priestess at the bottom. Talking about intuition, spirituality being a very powerful day if you think about it and or take a step back and look at it as a whole from a larger perspective. But I do feel as if they want me to hold these up together. It's a day where, as you're being informed left and right on different levels from different sources, we need you to be remembering that the ball is in your court and that you're one magical, powerful individual, and that's going to take an increase moving forward on a multitude of levels. And I feel like a lot of people are viewing you as a grounded pillar of success, but also somebody who is very affected by outside factors and is potentially going through more than meets the eye or than you give off or express. Does that make sense? And Spirit's saying that's completely accurate, but the mystery about you is also very enticing, attractive. It makes people want to know more. But I feel like your intuition, again, is an all-time high throughout this day. But they're saying dig even deeper into it. Okay, what are you feeling? And then dig a little bit deeper, and you're going to feel even more, potentially gain some clarity, illumination, and again, potentially figure out more of what you desire and what's going to work best for you moving forward. And you might even gain a better understanding of what happened in the past, a sense of lack from the past, stress from the past, and a prevention, I want to say. Some of which being reminded an ending that abruptly came to be, all right? Whether it felt within your control or not, let's label it as a tower moment. It could have been multiple for you individually. This was protection. You have no idea how bad it could have gotten, whether that was a relationship, a living situation, a different kind of contract or investment. It could have been a job situation or a business. Spirit saying this realigned you, redirected you, if you will, a divine detour towards better for yourself. And you need to remember that, because at times when the energy is kind of rough or you're dealing with certain spiritual messing with, or things just don't feel perfect in certain ways, a bit lacking that ideal factor. Interesting wording. It's going to be hard to remember that. Okay, everything happens and doesn't happen for a reason. Let's pull one or two more. Loosen up is what I'm hearing. Loosen up. Okay, yeah, it's a day to heal. So in the midst of being reminded of what happened for a reason, what could have happened in a negative sense, we need you to heal. Prepare for what lies ahead. Prepare to use that intuition once again to make important choices. And I want to say get busier. But the Fool card, the Eight of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune, feeling a bit trapped or limited in certain ways, but then Spirit saying, we're going to push you to take a deep dive, a leap of faith into something of importance for you. But it's almost not going to be labeled or feel like a leap of faith because you're so connected to intuitively feeling that it's right for you. Does that make sense? And this is going to leave the wheel churning even more for you. But there is evidence of the wheel churning in your favor at certain points throughout this day. So make sure you're noticing and appreciating this. It's a healing, but again, a very spiritual, intuitive kind of day where you're being prepared in certain ways and being pushed to trust yourself through it all. All right? So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your Friday, and I'll definitely see you next time.